Namaste and welcome. Um, let's start the class by chanting Om three times. Inhaling for Om. वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकालेषु सर्वदा ॐ शान्ति 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 Once you feel the warmth, we can cup the eyes, feeling the indirect warmth, keeping your palms in front of your face, gently licking. Namaste. I assume that everyone is having that soreness in the legs because I too have it. Okay, so we'll start with the seated position. So just try to sit comfortably over here and feel the back pushing onto the wall. And from here, we'll take the right arm down and take your left arm over the ear. All the shoulder and your back, everything should be touching the wall. And breathe here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back up. And we'll change sides. So you take your left elbow down and stretch your right arm over the ear. The entire back is touching the wall. 1, even the hands, arms, everything. 2, 3, keep breathing. 4, and 5. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. So we'll directly come into Malasana. If your ankles are not flexible, you can always use a block below your heels. And just try to touch the entire back on the wall and open your knees by pushing your elbows onto the knee. And keep pushing your back towards the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Good. So from here we will do Uttanasana, standing up, and we'll just try to bend forward. First, without the wall, just make a free fall here and just stay here for 5 counts. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, 4, and 5. Now slowly walk towards the wall
and try to bring your back touching the wall, the head is on the wall. And now see how you are able to go down very easily. 1, just stay here and breathe. 2, 3, keep breathing and keep pushing your back towards the wall. 4, try to keep your knees straight. And 5, slowly inhale and exhale, come out.
And we'll bring both hands onto the wall. The heel and your hip should be in one line, it should not be like this, then it doesn't make any sense. So try to keep your heels and hip in one line, stretch your both arms forward. Maybe hands can go a little bit up, and try to bring your head below your arms. So the back becomes very straight here. We'll stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now slowly we can walk the hands down as much as you're comfortable. You can go really low and once again walk up. We'll do this 5 times. Taking your hands, walking it down towards the floor, and once again taking it up. Down 3, and once again up. Down 4, and once again up. Down 5. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. This itself is quite intense. Now this time we'll take the similar position, but we'll bring the feet a little closer to the wall, and then we'll bring the forearm down onto the wall. And then we'll try to repeat the same thing and feel a very intense stretch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly inhale, come back up. The back should feel really good right now. And now we will just try to do without the hamstring stretch. So there was a lot of hamstring stretch here, and so the movement might be restricted. So this time we will do it with your knees down. So you can bring your knees down and take your both hands up, and then bring your head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And slowly come back up. Once again we will stand up and we'll push the wall with your right hand. So you're really pushing the wall with your right hand, and then you're turning to the side. So this is a different shoulder stretch. 1, you're pushing and then you're turning. So you keep pressing your hands onto the wall. 2, 3, deep breath here. 4, and 5. This time we'll really go towards the wall, so your shoulder and your arm is touching the wall, and then you're turning towards one side, taking your left shoulder, touching the right without bending your elbow. For 1, 2, deep breath here. You can twist your feet also. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to the center and bring your left shoulder onto the wall. Arms is in line with your shoulder, and then twist. Really twist your feet. 1, so tight I'm this side. 2, 3, deep breath. 4, 5, inhale, come back to the center. Good. So from here we'll do a few versions of Bhujangasana with the wall. So first we can just do a normal Bhujangasana without the wall, and then we will try to do it with the wall. So you can bring your both hands below the shoulder, lying down on the belly. Inhale, lift your head up, chest up. For 1, 2, 3, keep breathing. 4 and 5. Now we'll slowly move closer to the wall and bring the hands on the wall. 1, 2, stretch your both arms up. See how far you can easily go closer to the wall. 3, 4 and 5. Slowly walk further closer towards the wall and try to bring your chin and chest towards the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now bend your elbows and push your wall away. So you're pushing your hands onto the wall, your chin comes off the wall. For 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Slowly you can come out of the posture and just stay in child's pose for a few breaths. Good. So we'll move into a wall sequence, which is with the, what to say, from a downward facing dog position. So we come into we'll place the mat like this on the wall, and then we'll move into a downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 5 counts. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, 4 and 5. Now slowly take your right leg up and see how far you can go, and take your right leg up and walk your hands backward so that you're almost coming into a splits position on the wall. So the splits on the wall here for 5 counts. 1. You have real good chance to push here because the gravity is not pushing you down, and you can go on your own without hurting your hamstrings too much. 2, and then try to bring your chin towards the shin bone. 3, 4 and 5. Slowly you can walk your hands a little bit forward once again, and then we will go for the side plank with the wall. So you can tilt your body and take your right hand up into a starfish plank.
for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from here we'll slowly move into warrior sequence. So you can bring your right leg forward directly in between the thumb and stretch your both arms up for warrior 1. Bending into your right knee, pressing your left heel on the wall and just staying here for 5 counts. 1. Try to bring your right knee on top of the right ankle. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. Take your both hands onto the wall, arch back. Maybe take the support of your wall, or you can reduce the stance a little bit if you're really uncomfortable. And then take your hands on the wall and arch back for 1. Bend into your knee. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Moving into warrior 2. So you're bending your right knee, taking your left hand and press your left hand onto the wall and stretch your right hand forward. Look at your right thumb. So when you press your left hand onto the wall, you actively engage your core. Just feel the activation and breathe here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, it's quite sweating. Now from here we will move into a warrior 3 position. So your right leg can adjust accordingly, and then you can slowly walk your hands down and take your left leg onto the wall. Try to keep your feet in line with your hip and stretch your both arms forward. Quite intense on your right leg for 1, but quite achievable, quite doable. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now keeping your right hand on the block, and we will take the left arm up for Ardha Chandrasana. So you don't try to look up, just keep looking on the floor to find that balance. Maybe you want to keep the block on the level 1 and take your left arm up. So you're getting this posture right with the wall for 1, 2, deep breath, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly take your left hand down, and this time we'll bring the left hand on the block. Maybe you can adjust your block a little bit so you can keep your block in line with your left hip, and then you can stretch your right hand up. Revolved half moon, which is quite unachievable without the wall. 1, 2, 3, twist your spine, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to the center, and from here you can take the block away, and once again moving into a downward facing dog. So try to take your heels onto the wall and see the same standing splits with the wall, how different it becomes. So you're taking your left leg up onto the wall and walk your hands backward and take your left leg up high. Now you can bring your right heel down towards the floor and try to bring your chin towards the shin for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Walking your hands a little bit forward and going into that side starfish plank. lifting your left hand up. You can adjust your position. You can even take your right hand a little forward and come into a normal side starfish plank for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. We'll move into warrior sequence, so you can bring your left leg forward and take your right heel on the wall. Inhale, stretch your both arms up for warrior 1. Bend into your left knee, left thigh parallel to the floor for 1. Stretch your both arms up, tuck your belly in. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. So from here you can stretch your both arms back for a Anjaneyasana. So you can generously bend your knee and take your both fingertips onto the wall or both hands onto the wall and stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. Bend forward, take your blocks in the hand. Maybe you can start the warrior 3 with your blocks on the hand and then lift it up. So if you find that warrior 3 you cannot lift your hands up, you can continue to stay with your hands down on the block, or you can stretch your both arms forward, making it very intense. For 1, straighten your both knee. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And from here we will move into Ardha Chandrasana. So taking your left hand down and turn your feet and take your right arm, move up. For 1, 2, 3, breathe here. 4, try to tilt your hip also. 4 and 5. Now bringing your right hand down onto the block, and this time we'll take the left hand up, revolving Ardha Chandrasana, quite intense this poses, and you get a very good twist in your spine for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale, bring your hands down. We'll move into warrior 2, which you missed. So you can bring your right foot down, and from here bending your left knee and taking your right hand onto the wall and push your right hand so that you actively engage your core and stretch your left arm forward for 1. Bend your left knee generously. 2, deep breath here. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. Release. So the body is quite worked out. I mean, I didn't know that I sweat so much in this class. And from here we'll go for Uttita Hasta Pada Mushtasana with the wall. So we'll go on the series here. The first one we'll just do the basic one. So you can take your right leg onto the wall, and from here inhale, stretch your both arms up, lifting your spine, and exhale, bend forward and bring your chin towards the shin bone. Try not to bring your chin to your knee, bring it forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From here you can catch your right big toe with your right hand, and we can just give a side bend, so you can take your left arm goes over the ear like this and twist, just go for the side bend for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We'll further twist to one side and just try to take your leg little bit higher up for Uddita Hasta Padangusthasana B. 1, 2, maybe look to the other side, 3, breathe, 4, and 5. So from here we move into bending your right knee and going for the bind. So you're taking your right arm under your right knee and going for the bind for 1. So from here, if you can balance, then you can take your right foot off the wall as well. But this is just optional. You can continue to hold here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this time you can bring your right hand onto your wall, and we will go for Uddita Parshva Konasana on the wall, taking your left arm over the ear. For 1, you can also bring your right hand outside your right foot. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. This time we can keep the right foot here and see if you can arch back. I think this is quite challenging, so let's just drop it. So we'll repeat the whole sequence on the other side. So bring your left foot on the wall. Inhale, stretch your both arms up, and exhale, bend forward. Just a very basic stretch for 1, 2, bring your chin forward, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. Just turn your feet a little bit and we'll go for the side bend. So catching your left big toe and stretching your right arm over the ear for 1, 2, 3, keep breathing, 4, and 5. So we release. Now take your left leg further high and catch your left big toe and look towards the right side. For 1, this is Uddita Hasta Padangusthasana B. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this time we'll take the feet a little closer and bend the knee and go for the bind. So you're taking your left arm under your left knee and going for the bind for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. Release and take your left hand outside your left foot and stretch your right arm over the ear with your knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and exhale. Release and release your left foot. Now we'll do a twisting version in Uddita Hasta Padangusthasana. So once again, taking your right foot on the wall, and this time we'll take the left hand onto the right toe and stretch your right hand back. For 1, 2, 3, twist further, come on, 4, and come back to the center. And this time we take the left foot off the wall and bringing your right hand catching the left toe and twist your spine. So your left hand goes back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to the center and exhale. Release. Very good. So I think we can do some sitting asana as well now. We'll do some chair with the block. So we'll keep one block in between the thigh and take the other block in between the hands, and we'll go really low. Low in the sense your hip should not be below the knee. So your hip should be a little over the knee. Inhale, stretch your both arms up. We'll stay here for 10 or 15 counts. 1. Squeeze the block in your hands and the feet. 2, 3. Keep breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep pressing the block with your hands and legs and feel the activation of the core. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Slowly release. Now we'll go for one-legged chair. So bring your right heel on the left knee and once again take your back, hip, everything touching the wall. Sink a little bit low and then stretch your both arms up for 1, 2. Keep pushing your back onto the wall so that you don't slide down. 3. Your hip is just over the knee. 4. Now smile here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly release the right hand down. To shake it, bringing your left heel on the right knee. And once again going for those 10 counts here. Sinking your hip down and taking your both arms up for 1, 2, 3, breathe, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly inhale and exhale, release, and come out of the one. So we'll do some stretches for the quads right now. So you can place one block on the mat touching the wall, and we'll take the right knee on top of the block. So you're keeping your right knee in such a way that your feet is like this. Maybe I'll do the left first so that you can have a look. Your left knee is on the block and your left shin bone is touching the wall, your toes are touching the wall, and bringing your right leg forward and taking your back, full back touching the wall. This can be a little challenging. You can stay here a little away from the wall, or if you have the flexibility then, or if you want to develop the flexibility, then you can touch your entire back on the wall for 1, 2, very intense stretch on your left quad here, 3, 4, and 5. Maybe you can stretch your both arms up also. Now this time we'll take the legs a bit further forward and trying to sink your hip down for 1,
Even this is a very intense stretch on your quads, but really helps you to open up your legs and you'll be able to go down much easier. 2, 3, keep sinking your hip down. 4 and 5. This time we'll take the hands onto the wall and walk your hands towards the toe and try to bring your head towards the toe for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Inhale, slowly come up and exhale down. 4. We'll slowly change the leg. So taking your right knee on top of the block, your right shin bone is touching the wall, toes are on the wall, and we'll bring the left foot forward, comfortably forward, so that you can easily go back and stay here. So your entire back, your hip, everything is touching the wall. Inhale, stretch your both arms up for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now take your hands down, bring your left leg forward and sink your hip down. 1, maybe arms up, or you can just keep your hands down and just press your hip towards the floor. For 1, 2, 3, keep breathing. 4 and 5. Inhale, stretch your both arms up and take it to the wall. Bring your chest forward and walk your hands towards the toe, head towards the toe. For 1, 2, sink your hip deeper. 3, and bring your head towards the toe. 4 and 5. Inhale, come back up and release. Good. So from here we'll slowly release. The body is feeling quite opened up. We'll do Trikonasana and Uddita Parshva Konasana with the wall this time. These are really the most easiest posture that we assume, but when we do it with the wall, we really feel that stretch, and we are very sure that this is the right way to do. This time we'll spread the legs a little bit wide, almost 3 feet apart, taking your right foot out, left foot in, stretching your both arms by your side, and just keep. Maybe you want to block, so you can keep your right block in your right hand and have some space between your right foot and the wall, and your left heel is touching the wall. Now we'll take arms by the side, take your right hand down onto the wall, but not so easily. Keep your hip and your left shoulder on the wall, very important here, and now try to take it down. I can already feel the stretch even with this much of stretch. So I'm sure usually we are able to catch the toe without any strain. 1. So this is the right way to do it, when your hip and your shoulder, everything is one line and you're getting a 3-way stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, your back, everything should be touching the wall, and then you can slowly see if you can change the position of the block. 5, 6, 7, keep pressing your hip down onto the wall. 8, 9 and 10. Wow. Slowly inhale, come up. Take your left foot out, right foot in. Have some space in between the left foot and the wall. Your right heel can go closer to the wall.
Stretch your both arms by the side, lean forward towards the left side and take your left hand down. Make sure that your right hip is touching the wall, right shoulder is touching the wall, and look up for 1, 2, let's stay here for 10 counts, 3, your whole body is almost sticking to the wall, 4, breathe, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly inhale, come back up. Turning your right foot out, left foot in. This time we'll bend the knee. You can spread your legs a little bit more wider, and then you can bend your right knee. Take the block by the side of your right foot and stretch your left arm over the ear. So here the hip, lot of chances that your hip is coming out. So just try to stick the hip and feel the stretch now. Take your left arm over the ear for 1. Make sure that your right knee is not pointing towards the left side. Just try to keep your knee in line with your right toe and bend generously, taking the left hip to the wall, 1, and right knee out towards the wall, 2, so it's a very deep hip opening, 3, 4, keep pushing your right knee towards the wall, 5, your left shoulder or touching the wall, 6, 7, 8, 9, very important that your left shoulder and left hip is touching the wall, 9, and 10. Slowly inhale, come back up. Take your left foot out, right foot in. And from here, make sure that your hip is touching and going down, bending your left knee, taking your right arm over the ear, and your right hip is touching the wall for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale, come back up. Good. So we'll do 3 rounds of wall Navasana here. Quite an intense stretch. I could still feel the sensation in my sides. Good. So we'll do about 3 rounds of wall Navasana. Turning your face towards the wall. Keep your feet on the wall. And from here, you can stretch your both arms forward. You can lean back as much as you can and stretch your both arms forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release for a second and then once again go for round 2. 1, 2. Bring your chest forward but take your shoulders back. 3, 4, and 5. One last round. 1, 2, 3. Bring your chest forward. 4, and 5. Slowly release. Now we can go really close to the wall. Bring your side body touching the wall. And then we will take the legs up, bringing the feet together in Baddha Konasana and taking your both knees touching the wall. So push your knee with your wall onto the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. So we'll go for Upavishta Konasana with the 1, taking your both legs out, stretched out, keeping your hands on your thigh and taking it down further. Yes, and stay here for 10 counts. 1, 2, try to take it really low. 3, keep breathing here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go low further, come on. Open it up more. 9 and 10. Slowly take your both legs up. And we'll just do one relaxing stretch here. So bringing your right heel on the left knee and just keep bringing your left foot down towards the floor. Feel that your hip should not lift up. Press your hip down and walk your heels towards the butt. 1. Feeling the stretch, lying down pigeon. 2. In your right glute. 3, 4. Hip down. 5. Inhale, come back to the center and change the leg. So your left heel is on the right knee, keeping your hip really low and then slightly bending your knee as much as your hip doesn't lift up. 1, hip down, feet moving towards the butt. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly inhale and exhale, release. Good. We'll just stay in Viparita Karni for a few breaths. Maybe you can keep a block below your hip and relax here. And slowly take your feet down and come down. We'll do some DMT breathing. Actually, we can just do one more stretch here. So your hip is still touching the wall. Try to keep your right leg up and just take your left leg down and see. Once your left leg reaches the floor, then just try to push your right leg out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now take your left leg up, bring your right leg down fully, and then try to push your left leg out towards the left side for 1, 2, 3. Just go for the maximum stretch. 4, only 5 counts here. 5. Slowly inhale, come back to the center. And now lie down on your mat just normally and easily. We'll do some DMT breathing. Quite a sweaty flow here. You can lie down on the mat and we will do DMT breathing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth.
comes the last one. Fully in. And hold after the exhalation.
Hold the breath. And letting it go. Just continue to stay lying down there. I'll just chant Om 3 times and close the session. Just try to observe the sensation in the whole body. You're in a deep state of meditation right now. If you are holding the breath for 2 minutes and just now breathing normally, inhaling for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Rubbing the palms. Once you feel the warmth, we can cup the eyes. Feel the indirect warmth. And looking at your palms, we can open the eyes. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow for a Vinyasa class. Thank you.